In this story, you will see how experience the power of truth as young Abdul Qadir Jilani's honesty changes lives forever. Once upon a time, in a small village in Persia, young Abdul Qadir lived with his mother. His father had passed away when he was very young, and his mother raised him with great care, instilling in him values of piety, honesty, and devotion to Allah. Abdul Qadir was an intelligent and virtuous child, often seen reciting Quranic verses and seeking knowledge. One day, he approached his mother and said, "Mother, I wish to go to Baghdad to study under the great scholars and learn more about Islam." Though his mother was saddened by the thought of parting with her beloved son, she recognized his determination. She said, "My dear son, if this is your dream, then I will not stand in your way. But remember, wherever you go, never forget the teachings of Allah and always uphold the truth." She gave him 40 gold coins, her entire savings, and sewed them securely into the lining of his clothes to keep them hidden. Before he departed, she held his hands and gave him one final piece of advice. "Always speak the truth, my son, no matter what happens. Trust in Allah, for He is always with those who are truthful." The journey begins. Abdul Qadir joined a caravan heading toward Baghdad. The journey was arduous and required crossing dense forests and treacherous terrains. The caravan consisted of merchants, travelers, and students like Abdul Qadir. As they traversed the wilderness, the caravan leader warned everyone, "These forests are notorious for robberies. Stay alert and keep your valuables hidden." Despite the warning, Abdul Qadir remained calm and unafraid. He had placed his trust entirely in Allah and carried his mother's advice close to his heart. Fateful day, as the caravan was making its way through a particularly desolate stretch of forest, a group of armed robbers suddenly appeared. They were fierce and merciless, demanding all valuables from the travelers. The travelers were terrified, handing over their goods in fear. Abdul Qadir watched as the robbers searched every individual. When it was his turn, one of the robbers, noticing his youth, sneered and asked, "Boy, do you have anything valuable with you?" Without hesitation, Abdul Qadir replied, "Yes, I have 40 gold coins sewn into my clothes." The robber, thinking the boy was joking, laughed and moved on. However, Abdul Qadir's composure and honesty aroused suspicion. The robber returned and searched Abdul Qadir's clothing, discovering the gold coins exactly where the boy had said they would be. The robber was astounded. "Why did you tell me the truth? You could have lied and kept your money safe." Calmly, Abdul Qadir responded, "My mother told me never to lie, no matter the circumstances. I fear Allah, who sees all and knows all. I cannot hide the truth from Him." The robber's transformation. The robber, stunned by the boy's unwavering honesty, took him to the leader of the bandits. The leader, a fierce and intimidating man, listened as Abdul Qadir repeated his story. The leader asked, "Why would a young boy like you risk losing all your wealth by speaking the truth?" Abdul Qadir replied, "My mother taught me that truth is the foundation of faith. By lying, I would betray Allah and my mother's teachings. How could I choose to save money at the cost of my soul?" The robber chief was deeply moved by Abdul Qadir's words. His heart, hardened by years of sin, began to soften. He turned to his men and said, "This child has more faith and courage than all of us combined. If he can fear Allah and speak the truth at such a young age, what excuse do we have for living in falsehood and sin?" Overcome with shame and remorse, the robber chief knelt before Abdul Qadir and said, "You have opened my eyes. I repent for my sins and pledge to abandon this life of crime." One by one, The other robbers followed their leader's example, repenting and vowing to lead honest lives. They returned all the stolen goods to the travelers and escorted the caravan safely out of the forest. A bright future, Abdul Qadir continued his journey to Baghdad, where he immersed himself in the study of Islamic sciences. Over time, he became one of the greatest scholars and Sufi saints of all time, known for his wisdom, piety, and ability to guide people toward righteousness. His life story and this particular incident became a source of inspiration for countless people, emphasizing the power of truth and faith in Allah. Moral of the story: honesty is a virtue. Always speak the truth, even when it is difficult. Honesty brings respect and blessings from Allah.